Back in the day, these bands were great. If only they got back together.
Cause you ain't ever gonna burn my heart out.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 bands we wish would reunite. For this list, we're looking at all bands irrespective of genre and selected only those for which a reunion is still possible. In some cases, for example, with bands like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, and the Beatles, a full reunion is impossible due to one or more original members having passed away.
Get back to where you once belonged.
Number 10, The Smiths.
I'm the sun and the air.
The Smiths were active for only 5 years, releasing 4 studio albums in that time, but in their short history, they had an almighty impact. Led by vocalist Morrissey, the Manchester-based band carved for themselves a cult following that occasionally and effectively spilled over into mainstream music consciousness. With iconic records aplenty such as This Charming Man and Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now, Heaven Knows We're Also Upset, because this is a band that should tour again.
I was happy in the haze of a drunken hour, but heaven knows I'm miserable now.
Number 9, Genesis. The Genesis lineup has proven an ever-evolving entity since the band's original conception in 1967, with 11 musicians serving as full-time members at one point or another. But, to use an appropriate phrase given the band's biblical name, in the beginning, Peter Gabriel led a group formed of 5 pupils, himself included, of Charterhouse School, situated in the south of England. A progressive theatrical rock band that pulled the genre in all manner of directions. The Phil Collins era was good,
This is the world we live in.
but who wouldn't want to relive those early glory days? Number 8, Oasis.
I need to be myself. I can't be no one else.
One of the most iconic rock bands ever to come out of the UK, should the Gallagher brothers ever be able to put their much publicized differences aside, they would take the music world by storm.
But don't look back in anger. I heard you say.
They conquered the Britpop scene of the 90s, and they have a back catalog of sheer brilliance.
Stop crying your heart out.
Both Liam and Noel have enjoyed relative success in solo projects since the band's 2009 split, but fans the world over want just one thing: to see the pair playing alongside one another once again.
Don't look back in anger. I heard you say.
Number 7, Talking Heads.
I can't seem to face up to the facts.
Talking Heads established their own brand of punky, funky, avant-garde music during a 16-year career between 1975 and 1991. Especially prominent in the 80s, hits such as Once in a Lifetime and Psycho Killer have been passed down through generations since the band split, providing inspiration for the likes of Radiohead, R.E.M., and Vampire Weekend.
Psycho killer,
Upon being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2002, the band did play a short set together, but an official tour unfortunately never materialized. Number 6, ABBA. Euro-disco pioneers ABBA have been hounded for a reunion ever since their 1982 split. However, the chances of it actually happening look very, very slim. Despite the massive subsequent successes of compilation album ABBA Gold Greatest Hits, plus the musical and movie versions of Mamma Mia, the band remains unwilling to wind back the clock. In 2000, the foursome reportedly turned down $1 billion to perform a reunion tour. No amount of money, can make this dream a reality. But we'll gladly thank them for the music regardless.
Thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing.
Number 5, The Police.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light.
Our next band have already put on one reunion tour, but we'd like their getting back together to be permanent, rather than a one-off. The Police reformed in February 2007, opening the 49th Grammy Awards before embarking on a global tour, during which 3.7 million tickets were sold, grossing $358 million. History shows how badly fans want this band back on the airwaves, but Sting and the boys seem less excited by the idea. Every breath they take, every move they make, we'll be watching, waiting, and hoping for a change of heart.
Every move you make, every step you take, I'll be watching you. One time. Hey yo, Al, you know you got the lyrics.
Number 4, Fugees.
I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style.
Best known for their Grammy Award-winning second album, The Score, which included the classic cover Killing Me Softly, the Fugees are another to have already held a reunion tour, although theirs was not as successful as the Police's.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly.
Band members Lauryn Hill, Wyclef Jean, and Pras Michel simply couldn't work with one another during a brief reformation in the mid-2000s.
I'm like the phantom that's flying like the bird, doing things you never heard, plus I come from the suburbs.
Widely considered one of the most influential acts within 90s hip-hop, however, we're all hoping that the Fugees reunite for real one day. Number 3, Black Sabbath. From hip-hop to heavy metal, and one of the genre's most iconic pioneers. The original lineup for Black Sabbath have reunited before, and have been tantalizingly close to doing so again within recent years. However, only 3 of the 4-piece are currently working together. Original drummer Bill Ward pulled out of a proposed 2012 tour, citing contractual issues, which both angered band members, especially Ozzy Osbourne, and dismayed fans. 3 out of 4 ain't bad, but Black Sabbath in its entirety would be another level of awesome.
I tell you to end your life, I wish I could, but it's too late.
Number 2, Guns N' Roses.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games.
A band that's actually still in existence, the Guns N' Roses lineup has altered almost entirely since the 1987 release of their legendary debut album, Appetite for Destruction. Frontman Axl Rose is the only ever present. classic band members bassist Duff McKagan, rhythm guitarist Izzy Stradlin, drummer Steven Adler, and the ever-iconic Slash quit the project sporadically across the 90s, and there seems little to no likelihood that they'll ever be rejoining. In a perfect world though, or perhaps a paradise city, Guns would get back together and go again. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. Well, we drink champagne and dance all night under electric candlelight. For your trials and tribulations,
Number 1. Rage Against the Machine. They stood at the very brink of reunion, but are yet to officially take the plunge. Rage Against the Machine raged most dominantly through the 90s, releasing 4 albums between 1992 and 2000.
It goes a 1, 2, 3, another funky radical bomb track started as a sketch in my notebook. And now don't book, they books take another look.
Since then, they've dabbled with festival appearances and sensationally secured an anti-X Factor UK Christmas #1 spot with Killing in the Name in 2009. They've hinted that a new album could happen, but so far, nothing has emerged. We can but eagerly await with rage-inspired revolution in our hearts and the first 4 records in our ears. So, do you agree with our list? Which band did we forget? For more nostalgic top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.